I understand wanting to be famous, and I understand building yourself, and I understand wanting to be a boxer as well, and being a professional. But at some point, someone has to be guiding this kid's career.
I think it's good because what happened there is other people who never watch boxing, or they don't know anything about boxing, they want to watch Jake Paul because he's coming from, he brings fans from other world.
Many boxers hold a critical view of Jake Paul, the YouTube star turned self-proclaimed boxer. While he's been making headlines and cashing in on pay-per-view events, supposedly facing real fighters, seasoned professionals have been left unimpressed. These are fighters who've dedicated years to the sport, enduring countless hours of sweat, blood, and sacrifice to earn their place. Legends like Mike Tyson have watched Paul's rise and questioned where the respect for the art and tradition of boxing has gone.
Jake Paul been fighting YouTubers.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
Jake Paul's massive social media, following, and sold-out events fail to impress in the boxing world. To real fighters, he's just a publicity stunt, a guy cashing in on a sport he barely grasps. They're not shy about calling him out and making their disdain clear.
I don't know who else is on YouTube boxing, but Jake Paul's by far number one.
I guess Dashy's gonna fight Floyd Mayweather.
I don't pay attention to shit celebrities do. That's a waste of my damn time. My time is too valuable, and I like giving it to my fans.
Professional boxer Raleigh Romero is known for his outspoken personality and bold reactions, particularly toward Jake Paul, the social media star turned boxer. The two have had their share of back-and-forth exchanges, with Romero often responding to Paul's boxing career and trash talk in his signature candid and fiery style.
He's marketable, and he put in the work, man. He's gonna get an opportunity.
In interviews and on social media, Raleigh Romero has been outspoken about Jake Paul, dismissing him as a legitimate boxer and mocking his skills. Known for his brash attitude, Romero questions Paul's credibility and fight choices, while Paul fires back with taunts, fueling their ongoing back-and-forth rivalry.
I mean, it was great. I think it was great for it's great for Jake Paul, because now we're having to sit here and have another conversation about him.
Kamaru Usman has expressed more excitement about defeating Jake Paul than facing Conor McGregor. Dominant in the UFC, Usman sees Paul's boxing rise as mere publicity, unimpressed by his trash talk. For Usman, fighting Paul is personal, a chance to prove that social media stunts can't replace real talent and to expose Paul's antics.
I don't know how much confidence that Jake Paul have in all this, but you know he's gonna be a lot quicker. And if he stay close to Mike, then his chance of winning gonna be great.
Evander Holyfield has warned Jake Paul against fighting Mike Tyson. Having faced Tyson twice and beaten him in 1996, Holyfield knows the danger Tyson still poses. Despite being past his prime, Tyson's power and experience make him a serious threat, something Paul, with his limited boxing experience, may not fully understand.
See Mike winning, or do you see Jake winning?
I don't know. It's all depending on how Jake fight. You know, I tell you what, if it's cause somebody gonna tell him it's too crazy to be trying to get close to the guy. He gonna stay like that. Mike like he get in and he curve up like this and snap out and get you.
Evander Holyfield's remarks respond to Jake Paul's talk of fighting Mike Tyson. While Paul's career has thrived on facing less experienced opponents, Holyfield sees Tyson as a challenge Paul should avoid. Critical of Paul's recent wins, Holyfield believes his success stems more from strategic matchups than genuine boxing skill.
I think it's really not affecting the real fighters. People like me, I don't really get into it too much. I like Jake Paul. I think he's been doing his thing. Mm-hmm. But truth be told, I really care so about the real boxing at the end of the day.
Shakur Stevenson recently shared his thoughts on the Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva fight, and he didn't hold back. Known for his sharp wit, Stevenson found the spectacle amusing, unimpressed by claims of Paul outclassing an MMA legend like Silva. He questioned the legitimacy of Paul's boxing success, calling out the fight's absurdity. On a serious note, Stevenson praised Le'Veon Bell for his knockout win over Adrian Peterson, acknowledging the former NFL star's impressive transition to the boxing ring.
Mike got 30-something years of experience.
True.
He's still got power. Even though he's 58, he's still fucking fast.
Harry Spears pointed out that while Jake Paul is young and confident, his confidence is misplaced when it comes to facing Mike Tyson, who is 58. Spears emphasized that age doesn't negate Tyson's raw power and fighting instincts, and despite Tyson's years, his experience and strength make him a dangerous opponent for Paul.
He's got young man strength.
Yes.
And he seems like he knows how to work the mitts based on, his time in.
Yeah.
But Mike is a different breed, man.
Yes, but it's not.
Spears thinks Jake Paul's confidence stems from facing opponents with limited experience, not real competition. He believes Tyson's skill and strength, even at 58, would overwhelm Paul. Spears argues that Paul's bravado and desire to fight Tyson is misguided, emphasizing that it's not just about age, but Tyson's superior skill.
Jake Paul is awesome. Jake Paul is a threat. I cannot fully dismiss the idea that he was a Disney character or that he knocked out an NBA player and he's calling out a YouTube star in KSI. While all of those things are true,
Chael Sonnen recently shared his thoughts on a potential Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight, not holding back. While acknowledging Paul's rise in boxing, Sonnen argued that facing Tyson would be a huge mistake. Despite Tyson being 58, his experience, power, and skill would still be far too much for Paul to handle.
you try to fight Mike Tyson in boxing ever in your life, you qualify as a badass. There's possibly not another standard.
Sonnen emphasized that Tyson's boxing IQ and ferocity remain intact, even if his physical condition has declined. He pointed out that Jake Paul's confidence comes from facing opponents with little experience, but facing Tyson, who's competed at the highest levels, would be a different challenge. Sonnen warned that Paul might underestimate Tyson's ability to still deliver serious damage.
In 1 week, the story has changed. In 1 week, this went to Jake Paul falling back to his old habits of wanting to beat up a geriatric and get credit for it. And we let him know, if you beat up said geriatric, not only do you not get credit, we're going to be mad at you because we all like Mike Tyson.
To many real boxers, Jake Paul's entry into boxing feels like someone walking into a symphony concert and trying to conduct with a kazoo. They're not impressed. While Paul has gained fame for cashing in on high-profile boxing matches, most professionals see him as a spectacle, a gimmick using the sport to stay relevant rather than a serious athlete. There's frustration over his lack of respect for boxing, as he jumped straight into big fights without earning his place. Boxers who've spent years grinding through amateur bouts feel disrespected by someone thinking they can waltz in and challenge seasoned fighters. Legends like Floyd Mayweather have called Paul out, criticizing him for turning boxing into a publicity stunt. It's not that Jake can't fight. It's that he's using the sport to build his brand without understanding what it truly takes. Real fighters see boxing as years of sacrifice, not a way to sell pay-per-views. What do you think? Does Jake Paul deserve a shot at the big leagues, or is the sport better off without him?